today Breyanne Noelle, who is an actress, a singer, a model, super talented, doing some really cool things down in Los Angeles, shares about how she's helping people through being confident and knowing who they are. She struggled with her identity and insecurities when she was younger, and she even battled with a disorder. So check out her story. I know you'll find yourself in it and have confidence at the end. Hey everyone, thank you so much for hanging out at the blog today. I have a special treat for all of us. I'm even excited to hear all the things that she's going to share with us today. This is Breyanne Noelle, and she's a model, singer, and an actress. And she is doing some amazing things down in LA. She's not only being super successful at all of her talents, but also she's making a difference in a lot of people's lives. And so I wanted her to come and share with us just a little bit about her journey and how she has overcome some things in her life and is helping others. So can you just share a little bit? I know we talked earlier, and
Yes.
you said that you may be a little bit, or you used to be at least, a little bit of a perfectionist, as
Yes.
so many of us are. Can you just share a little bit about that and
Absolutely.
how you've maybe gotten through some of that?
Well, first, I'm so honored to be here. Thank you for having me, and you're awesome.
Thanks for coming.
I've absolutely loved talking with you. And yes, a big part of my journey as a female and as someone who has high standards and high dreams and has always wanted to do a lot with my life, I had wrestled with perfectionism a lot of my life. I think as a woman, that could be something that many women deal with. We have messages constantly coming at us, whether it be in the media or from just people in our life, maybe other influences that communicate what is expected of us as women. I started a lot of unhealthy thoughts started coming into my head, and I started wrestling with disordered eating, or a disordered picture of myself and my value, and I was confused at first. And it started with me going to counseling and working with a nutritionist, and thankfully I had a great friend at the time who helped me not feel alone in the I was ashamed. I felt really ashamed because I wasn't perfect. Right. I was like, wait, why am I dealing with all these things? Like, this is horrible. And I always wanted to be, strong and, strong woman that has her ducks in a row. And I started realizing that a lot of my life I had the standard on myself to be perfect.
Yeah. So how have you been? I mean, you're a very solid woman, and it takes a lot of wisdom to kind of dive deeper. Like, why am I feeling this, and how can I make a difference? Like, what would you say was part of your journey to kind of change your thinking on it? And now I know you're doing groups for women and all these amazing things down in LA to kind of help people not get swept away.
Right.
So how do you do it?
Right.
Like everyone's like, okay, yes, I'm feeling that, but like, what's the how? I need the how.
Yes, that's great. Such a good question. And honestly, I think it's a constant discovery process. However, the most important thing for me to recognize was that I wasn't meant to walk alone. I was never meant to walk alone. In fact, I believe that we were designed to walk together, especially fellow women as sisters. And one thing that I recognized was that I need other women in my life, and I need safe relationships to be transparent about these things. With that perfectionism in my mind, I walked a lot of my life very alone, and I never shared things with anyone. But when I brought things to the light, there's a freedom in that.
Yeah.
I think there's always a temptation to isolate because it's safer. Yeah, maybe.
Definitely. Especially when you're going through something.
Yes. And that's the worst place to be, isolated in the dark. And I'm a firm believer that when we just kind of hold things in the dark, that it just gets darker and darker.
So true.
And when it comes into the light, it actually just brings freedom.
I think that is so good to understand that we do need to be intentional with our relationships. And I want all of you, it is so true, whenever we're going through something, whether it's anxiety or an eating disorder or any kind of disorder, we've all been there at some point in our lives.
Absolutely.
And I think that Breyanne's advice is so amazing, and we just need to take it to heart, reach out to people in our lives, whether it's an organization, a counselor, a small group, whatever it is. Let's get out there, get talking about our lives and things that we're going through. I just love that so much. So next to this video is a link to Breyanne's website. It's BreyanneNoelle.com.
Yep.
And I want you to check it out. There's so many great things there. Stay in connection with her. You can follow her on Twitter and Facebook and all those social media networks out there. And I just want to thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Thank you.
Hit us up, comment, whatever you got to do. We'd love to hear from you. And we'll see you next week right here on the blog. Bye.